Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, joined today by Teddy Covers. Teddy, let's talk about a really fun SEC matchup here. 24 and 24 and a half, depending on where you're at right now. Alabama is laying to Auburn. And guess why? Because they're just steamrolling teams. I mean, even the Citadel last week, which was kind of a fluky thing. Obviously, that was a Citadel Super Bowl. They were tied at half. Nick Saban obviously laid into some people, and they came out in the second half, still didn't cover the big, gigantic number. This is a big number. But I'm not sold on this Auburn team, and I haven't been all year. Stidham looked great last year when they upset this Alabama team. This year, not so much. So a little bit of revenge for Alabama. Then they have the SEC championship game, and here we go. They're national champions. Like, everybody's ready to give it to them. Do you think Auburn poses a problem for this Alabama team?
Well, I mean, when you look at those recent meetings, Bama has been fairly successful in the series, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
And every recent meeting, Bama's won by double digits, but not by 20 plus. You have to go back to 2012 when Alabama won 49-0 over Auburn, where they covered a number that's this high. And of course, Bama's got a pretty big betting bandwagon right about now. Not only are they the most hyped team ever, not only are they as good a college football team as any of us have ever seen, but they've also been covering numbers. Last week against Citadel, the added board games or the extra games don't really get the same type of betting action that you're talking with a marquee matchup like this. But prior to last week, they covered each of their last 4 contests.
And they've covered every single first half up until last week.
Sure. Well, the first half, the big one. And last week, finally.
Which is hilarious. It was 42, and I'm like, are you out of your minds? Let alone, we didn't know it'd be tied at half.
Sure, obviously. I keep saying obviously. But all that being said, Auburn can't score against this defense. Auburn couldn't score at the road at LSU, where they got 9 at Mississippi State. They scored 10 at Georgia. I can't ask Auburn to move the football. Stidham had the game of his life last year. It's not. If you watch Stidham play this year, he's not that good.
I agree. He's not that good.
And the Auburn offense hasn't worked against anyone. I'm not going to expect them to work against this elite defense. But Bama hasn't been putting up these crazy points.
Well, that's what this game reminds me of. So we know they shut out LSU. They shut out Mississippi State. I got 24.5 with Mississippi State. So I was so happy.
Hook.
Yes, just 24-0. If this game ends 24-0 and I have the hook, I am so happy. Is that something we're seeing here, that maybe Auburn just can't score on this Bama defense? I think they're, top 6 defense right now in the country? I mean, they are just a powerhouse.
Sure, Alabama's really good. There's a reason that we're talking about Alabama with the greatest. I've been in Vegas 20 years. When you think about the great college football team, you think about Miami in 2001. You think about USC in the mid 2000s, and you think about this Alabama team. That's the upper echelon of how. And this Alabama team may well be better than any of those other teams. Boy, that USC team that lost to Texas was pretty good.
I was just thinking that Texas was Texas back in the late 90s was pretty good too.
Sure, exactly. So we've seen these elite teams, but Bama's a leader than even them. And the power ratings are showing it. This minus 24 is showing it. The last 5 games, they scored 40 plus only twice. Auburn's defense is real. If I'm playing this game, there's an Alabama tax. I don't want to bet against Alabama. I'm going to look at the under. You're saying it at 24-0 against Mississippi State. How do you play Nick Saban in big games? You expect a conservative game plan. You expect the defense to step up. What does that mean? Under in this one. So that's the way I would play.
Stuff.
53.
Looks like I will be joining Teddy on the under of 53. Guys, are you a member of the Sports Memo Text Club? It's 100% free. Just text Sports Memo to 33222 to get a $10 welcome bonus for just signing up, plus free picks and Text Club offers.